Mpumi, tell me a little bit about yourself. Where did you grow up? Where did you grow up? Where do you live now?
Oh, okay. My name is Mpumie, but my real name is Nompumelelo. I'm married. I've got 4 kids. I was born in Eastern Cape. I grew up there. So I do have my mother and my siblings. We are 9 in my family. My father passed away 2006. He was working in a railway here in Cape Town, in Portnet, yes. And now my grades, like lower grades, I was doing in Eastern Cape. I came here when I was 16 years, and I started my high school here in Langa High School. So from there, I failed grade 12, and then I was finishing in St. Francis Albert Center in 1993. I started working in acting, Yaldo Street. And then from Yaldo, I moved to Food World. It was in Echelon. And then from Food World, I went to Spa as a cashier in Kloof Street. And then from there to Pick and Pay Observatory, from Pick and Pay to Builders, from Builders to becoming a tourist guide.
Wow, what a transition. So you worked in retail and then you became a tourist guide. How did you do that? Why did you decide to become a tourist guide?
So now, as I'm staying here in Langa, I saw some people like Tandis. He was working for African Eagle. So in new flats, old flats there, where they were taking the tourists and visit to my sister's flat to show them how it's becoming to be 3 different families in one room. From there, they got the show flats where the city of Cape Town were building the rooms, and then they showed the difference. So I just asked him, how do you get in this industry? And Tandis told me that if you can speak English, but on that time my English was not good. So my fluently English now I got from those as I work with the tourists, and then I speak English each and every day. So it was good for me. And then from there, he started to take me and show me how to do the guiding and all that. And then from there, he usually gave me some groups, and then I started to narrate with them the history of Langa and all that. And then I met with the other guys from African Eagle said, Mpumie, you can't do the guiding while you are not registered, because you're going to go to K Point if you're not registered. And then from there, I started to go to the school. It was 2008, I think so. And then where I met Jolene, a live tour. And then from there, I stayed there by her. And then for 6 months. And then after 6 months, I've got my registered card. And then working.
Wow. And did you enjoy doing the tourist guiding?
Yes, because it's giving more experience. Because of the time, I think it was also Jolene who was taking me to the other, I think, yes, where they were doing the lunch for Italian, and also to speak. And then from there, I got different experiences that she was also helping me so much.
So now that
I'm enjoying that one because I'm not working under pressure, but I'm a freelancing guide, which is now, as a freelance guide, is very difficult because sometimes you don't get like a job. You have to wait for someone to call you. But anyway, it's much better than nothing, or work as a retail, as a cleaner, because if you're working in those places, you work under pressure. Now I'm working at I don't want to work. I just say I'm not available. If I need to go there, I just go.
And now with the lockdown, are you able to work still, or no? Is there no work?
It was the lockdown was starting on the 26th of March. My last tour, it was on the 23 or 20th, something like that. It was difficult for three guys when the lockdown was starting. So, which is now I have to take along the township. From there, I was experiencing that were shouting over and saying, "Why you bring those people to me? Because you know that they're bringing a corona. So now we're going to get a corona and all that." It was not locked down yet, but it was just the rumor that there's people that were bringing, like, those people, like, coming from overseas, that they bringing corona. So now, after that, they locked down. So after it was my last one. So since that time now, I was never get job, and I'm suffering. I'm staying hungry. Oh, it's bad now.
And your family, how are they getting any support? Are you able to support them at all?
Not at all, because there's nothing getting in now. Like, we don't have money. Only the young child, that one of 5 to 6 years, that is getting a social grant. So we're just standing with that now.
If you could pick up the phone now and phone the President Ramaphosa, and say, "President, I need help," what would you say to him?
You know that I was applying for the social relief as a tourist guide. They told me that they're not going to give me that money because I do have money for, like, a UI. So I don't know, because I was trying to get my UIF when I was applying for the house. They said that the money is, as a little master in there, if I can work for 2 years, then that money, maybe I can get it. But from that 2 years, I didn't work, which is now where I'm working as a freelancing guide. They are not deducting the money for the UIF. So now they told me that I must go get that UIF. So I'm not at freelancing grant.
Wow.
I don't know how to now. Maybe I have to go Pick n Pay and then ask them to give me the form for filling the UIF. I don't know. And I was thinking maybe how much is that.
And the people in your community, do they still think that the tourism is bad because of the coronavirus? Or if we were to open, do you think they would be happy to see tourists in their community?
Yeah, some of the people, B&Bs, people, because you're taking the people around the township and show them the houses sometimes, like the different one room. They were getting something from the tourism because sometimes they donate, sometimes they bring something for them, or also ask the guys who live something in those houses to visit it. And also we pass it through the effect. We pass it through the traditional gear. So people now college off, there's no more like a college open schools. So they're so suffering. Yes, they're selling themselves as their last business. Working simple. Where we come there, we show those people who buy those gears, which is now we're not going to bring it. We just pass through there and we leave money. That's it. So they're also suffering. And also, you need to be suffering because some of them are off the door. They are the tears. So yes, they're suffering. So they miss the tourism.
And why do you think tourism is important to South Africa?
Yes, it's important because the tourism is bringing more money in South Africa. If they open that, you see that the economy is also like going better than what is happening even now. And after now it's closing, So everyone is suffering. Even the government is suffering because of the tourism. It's closed. Because those thousands of people, they moving each and every day from overseas to South Africa, moving around in South Africa, from Pretoria, from Durban, from Gauteng to Eastern Cape to Cape Town and all that. So that money now is stopping.
Yeah, how long do you think you will be able to hang on to tourism because there's no tourists? So how long do you think before you maybe go into back to retail or you do something different?
No, the tourism is much better, but because of this corona, I can just accept that, yes, they can open maybe December, maybe November, December, if they can do that. But also it's going to be difficult because some of the other people, those people that are not tourism, they thinking negative aspect. Okay, they opening now the tourism, they open for those, they in their mouth is the Chinese. They opening for those Chinese people and then they're going to spread all over this area. So it's going to be difficult even if we open because of that. They know that the corona is from China, it's from UK and things like that.
Yeah. And do you know other women in tourism who are suffering? What would you say to them to make them feel better and to inspire them to stay in tourism?
No, it's a lot of ladies, and some of them, yes, they knew from tourism because they were starting, I was trying to groom her to become in the industry. Don't know where she was starting, but she was connecting with that. Can you please give me some jobs and all that? But now yes, I tell you, it's very difficult. They can stand for that one, but so long, do something else. But according to my age, what must I do? Trying to apply even for cleaners. But it's not so for me because my age is that you anymore people at the age of 50 now.
Yeah. What do you love about tourism? What does interacting with all these different people as a tourist guide do for you?
For me, it's giving me a different life, culture and all that, because sometimes the experience that I normally know when those people they coming in is the Indians. When I'm taking the Indians and they find that okay, if all of them is the Indians and they come from maybe India, whatever what they call it, I know that their life is more than the life that I'm living with. Like they're very poor in some of the areas. When you're taking them in the informal settlement, you see that their face and they are the mood of coming for the township is changing as soon as they see that area because they know that they do have things like that, and where we are is much better. Is where they know whatever their life is. It's also changing my mood also in the tourism. I said, oh, these people now, I can see now they are not interested at all. I have to stop in this area now and turn back. Sometimes they're changing the mood and they're becoming to be very rude or aggressive. That, Mpumie, we don't want to go there anymore. Maybe it's dangerous. Or we saw this, let's go back, or let's change, see something else that we can do much better than what we see. So things like that. So it's giving me that I have to be experience different cultures and different moods of different people that they coming from different countries. And also, as you're taking these people, as you start with working with them, you experiencing that, okay, these are interested in this. Okay, these ones, they're not interested in this history, they're interested with this, something else. So you just learn them as you going together with them, or that hour, or that 30 minutes, and then you see what people are. People are very different, so they experience, they give me a different experience.
What is your favorite thing to show to travelers when you host travelers? What do you love to share with them?
It's the life in South Africa. If you are taking them, you have to be flexible. Yeah, you talk about your life, the life in the community, the life that you maybe you want to go through, or you want to be like your destination in the life, or the destination of the community. What is the community looking for? So which is now, it is giving them like the hope of changing the life from this to there, not to moving back. So it's what I like most of the time. Sometimes we find that, hey, South Africa, there is much crime, corrupt and all that. So you have to also to fit on that one. And then while on the long way you were narrating all those things, you're laughing, and then you change them a little bit, not to be focusing what they hear say. And then you put them on the other, like a status of the mood of not to focus what they hear or maybe what they think. Understand?
Yeah.
If you're taking them, they came from the hotel to the township. The only thing that they know about the township is that the people in the township, there is high rate of crime. And then if they come into the township, they know they're going to come back. They're going to be robbed and all that. So yes, you allow that, but on a long way, you just try to change their minds to see that there is nothing like that. Yes, it is, but sometimes things like that is not going to happen.
And so when you speak to them, what is it that you want them to leave with when they go back home? What are the memories that you want them to remember about your tour? What do you want them to remember?
They must be very interested for the living, the culture mostly, like the heritage. Let me put all together. And then most of the time, they like dance, music. So in order to go back and come back, they must get a nice narrative, and also like the picture of the life in the township. So it's making them to come back, not all the time to say that poverty is poverty. Sometimes you change the mind of the poverty to be better. Understand? Mm-hmm. So it's making them that we want Mpumie to come back after 2 years or after 10 years. Things will be changed. So some of them really, they coming back. You will find that right at the bottom there was informal settlements, and now it's the houses here in Ghana. So now I just showed them to me. We saw last time you really told the reality that when you're coming back, you will see the things were changing. Yes, some of the things were really, really changing. Yes, some of the things, yes, we're lying, but to make the things like people to be coming back. Yes, we're lying some of them, but some of the things is the reality.
Mm. Are you proudly tourism? So are you proud to work in the tourism industry?
I'm very, very proud, especially if I think I have to need to learn more. Because when the time is Faisal of Cape Capers, so he was grooming me so well. He was taking me to Cape Point. He was taking me with a guest together to Winelands and all that, to Table Mountain. If I can go on his foot, I think for me it will be very great. I am tourism.
Ah. I love it. Thank you, Mpumie. Thank you so much for your time, Mpumie.
Okay, thank you very much. Thanks.
Have a lovely day.
Same to you. Thank you.